Good morning. Good morning. Good morning to Not Your Journey. Early morning sip and chat. You know, when things happen, we have to pivot and keep it pushing, right? All about establishing boundaries. But let's get started. My name is Keisha Mason Campbell. I'm the author of Not Your Journey to Take, and I teach women that no is a complete sentence, and I show them how to establish healthy boundaries with their families while putting their needs first. So I'm not going to stay on long, but we are 6 days into the new year. How are you coming along with setting your goals? How many of your goals are actually your boundaries? Or are you still sitting on New Year's resolutions, right? Remember, for me, I say New Year's resolutions are temporary. Goals are more sustainable because you can pivot, restart, regroup, and keep it pushing. You can always try to obtain those goals, re-implement those goals. New Year's resolutions, not sure who came up with the term, but it's not a term for me. So when I talk about my goals, I can always pivot and obtain those goals, right? So what I have tasked everyone to do is, with 2023, how are you getting started? And how are you establishing your goals? And what boundaries are you setting as your goals? For me and what I teach is that no is a complete sentence. With those two letters, one word is an entire sentence. If your answer is no, there's no need for explanation. You don't have to explain your no. Your no is your no. And that's okay. You can sit in that and be okay with that. You don't have to feel guilty for your no. You don't have to feel like, oh, well, I owe an explanation. You don't. I help you establish healthy boundaries, right? The boundaries doesn't mean that you don't want to help anybody, you don't want to do for anybody. What that means is, when I am asked to do things, I think about me first. What do I have going on? What do I have to do? Or do I just not feel like doing anything? And I should be okay with that. I should be okay to sit in that, to say no. Put up those boundaries to say, I'm going to take care of me today. Because while you're learning how to say no, while you are establishing healthy boundaries, you are doing what? Putting your needs first. Putting your needs first. And that is absolutely a requirement, is to put your needs first. And you have to. Right? All week, I gave the scenario of the flight attendant. When you are on a plane, if you've ever flown, and most of us have, but a few of us may not have, right? And if you haven't, I'm sure you watched movies. And in those movies, the flight attendant says, when the air pressure in the cabin drops, the oxygen mask will fall. Put your mask on first. Right? I'm going to repeat that. Put your mask on first. And then help others. Right? You can't help others until you've helped yourself first. And it's just how it goes. Right? That is almost like a requirement. Because if I'm running on fumes and I'm helping you on fumes, at some point in time, it's going to stop. And I'm not going to be able to assist you. You're going to be okay, right? But I won't be. And that's not fair. So I can't take care of anybody else if I haven't taken care of me first. You can't take care of anybody if you haven't taken care of you first. And that be it your siblings, your spouse, your parents, your kids, your friends. Understand. You cannot care for anybody else or take care of anybody else to the capacity in which I know you can if you haven't taken care of you. Because you have to make sure that you're good. You have to make sure that you're showing up for yourself. Make sure that you are there for yourself. Making sure that anything that's happening is putting you first. And all others will follow. People will respect your no. May not like it. May not like it. But they will respect your no. And that's okay. And it takes some getting used to, I'm sure. It will take some getting used to. Let's say that. And I say that because If you're always saying yes, you're always showing up for others, you're always sitting in it, taking care of others, doing things for others, almost like the yes person, when that no comes out, it's going to shock them. First of all, they're going to think something wrong with you. They're going to say, oh, what's wrong with you? Are you sick? You all right? What happened? Doesn't mean that anything has happened. Doesn't mean that anything is wrong. Does not mean that you love them any less. Know what it means? It means you're putting you first. And that's okay. That is absolutely okay. So today is Friday. We're 6 days into the new year. What goals do you have for 2023, whether it be in your first 30 days, 60, 90 days, 6 months, or a year? And what boundaries are you implementing, setting, or establishing as your goals? Put it in the comments and share with me at least one goal that is a boundary that you are setting for yourself. And it doesn't have to be a long-term goal. It can be something that's short-term, because a lot of times when we set goals, they are a domino effect for other things to happen, right? So if I begin to do this, then that'll happen. When I begin to do that, then this will happen. And that's absolutely okay. You're setting yourself up for success. You're taking care of you first. Because remember, as the flight attendant says, when the cabin loses air pressure, the oxygen masks will fall. Put your mask on first. Put your mask on first, and then help others. Okay? So this is Friday, 6 days into 2023. Share in the comments with me a goal that you have set that is actually a boundary that you are establishing, implementing, or that you're ready for other people to respect. So I want to thank you for jumping on. My name is Keisha Mason Campbell. I am the author of Not Your Journey to Take. I teach women that no is a complete sentence, and I show them how to establish healthy boundaries with their families while putting their needs first. I want to challenge you to set at least one boundary and work that boundary for 30 days and let that be one of your goals. So I wish that everybody would have a super fantastic Friday, and I will see you tomorrow morning. Have a super fantastic day. Thank you.